Greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'm going to be looking at this guy. This is Mastermind Creations' Ocular Max Perfection Series Hellion. It's their take on Cliffjumper. So he's this little sporty red car that looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that, take that in. That is just a gorgeous red car. I mean, that's what he is, really. He's got a cool license plate, strike first. It's getting a bit faded already on the front there, but he's got, you know, translucent plastics for the lights and the blue windows, nice rubber tyres. He rolls really well. And he's just, all in all, just a really nice looking car. But that's not all he does. He does have opening doors. Let's get these arranged properly. They've right, so oh, come on. And inside there's seats, there's a steering wheel, there's a gear shifter. Stick gear he is, not automatic. So yeah, he's just a really cool little interior to him. They close up again. Underside, if you care about that type of stuff, clears up remarkably well. So all in all, just a fantastic, adorable sports car. Will not fit size-wise with any other masterpieces, really, this car. That is not the size of what a car is compared to the other cars. But, you know, is a mini-bot. So he's got that kind of chibi-fied version of him, even though it's just a smaller scale sports car. But love it, absolutely love it. What he can do, he's got some gimmicks in this mode. If you've ever seen certain episodes of G1s, these might be all your favourite things for a Cliffjumper to be able to do, or not. So there's a red panel there. If we get some fingernail leverage, drop that down, we can get another panel, place that on there, and he can shoot people. Of course, you know, I don't know if you can hear in the background, when we're doing a video nowadays, it's very likely that my neighbours will start doing DIY. Let's just take a look for that panel, 1 second. Have a look at my bald head. Here we go. So I'll put this panel back on. There's nothing under there, just grey plastic. So yeah, if you're bothered about being able to have a little gun shooting out of the front of his car, you can do that. And what you can also do is you can get this bit here, place that into his car mode, onto his front. Measure out the sculpt from the pressure there. And then we get these skidoo parts. I don't know if that's what's the technical term for them. Skis, water skis. Well, they could be snow skis if he was that way inclined, but they are in a particular reference to that one time in that one cartoon, in that one cartoon series, in that one episode that he did this. He went on water. Hey, he can do that. I don't know anyone who's going to display him on a shelf with these water skis on. Might be good for some people who like taking pictures, but other than that, just a waste of money, really, isn't it? Just give me that car. That's all I'm particularly interested in. So he is a transformer. He does transform. Shake my nose slightly, or there might be a sneeze coming on. So what we want to do first is there's some tabs here that you just want to unpeg. So unpeg him from there and from there, and then we're good to go. So we want to take these, pull those out, pull that down, unpeg those, bring that down. Then with the legs, Let's see. Pull that up there, pull that up there. These side panels want to zoop around. So zoop around to that. So that should free you to move them down like so. And get the tyres. The tyres go there onto the base of his feet. These bits here move down, move down, move into the place where the tyres were, like so, and that bit curls around. And there you have his feet. Don't know why I said it like that. So we want to get in here now, separate these bits out, separate these bits out. We've got this mess here. What we want to do here is move this bit like so, move it one level like so, one level like so, spin this seat around, and it should all click. We do it in the right order, there you go, click into place and become an arm. Here we go. So move that round like so, move the arm down. I don't know if they're doing this in the right order again. So swing that round like so. There we have an arm. It's just such about the intricacies of that little transformation. Just really impresses me how the arm folds up there out of the car seats and the floor of the car. So now we've got this section here. We want to start folding this back. While it's kind of in that position, we want to take these car doors, kind of, need to fold these tabs, fold them down. And while we're kind of midway, you want to take the car doors and they want to fold all the way into his back like so. So they're all folded in. Then we want to take this, move that like so, fold these over his head. I need to get the right angle. Go on, because we know Cliffjumper has got a big head. So yeah, it's like putting on a painful jumper, isn't it? So then these bits fold down. We'll take this bit, swing that down like so. That bit folds up, and then the arms fold into place. Just make sure. Sometimes the window comes out of alignment, so you just want to just fandangle that a bit. Like so. And there we have Cliffjumper in his robot mode. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. He's just the Cliffjumper I kind of want him to be. Yeah, proper dynamic. I love the proportions. I could do with the arms to be a little bit chunkier, but you know, it is what it is. With so much choice nowadays in the third party and official world, we kind of, us Transformer fans, have started to become a bit like Goldilocks, you know what I mean? Nothing's good enough, really. There's no Baby Bear is not around. We've only got Mummy and Daddy Bear giving us stuff, but we're still going, well, that's too hot and that's too cold, and you know. But all in all, this might not be the Goldilocks version of Cliffjumper, but it's damn close. Absolutely damn close. It's got a weird head joint. So it can swivel, you can look down a lot, you can look up even more. There's no side to side. I wish there was some side to side because he's a bit of a cocky character, so I would have quite liked that. But you can go like that. I don't know what all that's about, but yeah, you can do that should you wish. He's got a nice elbow or shoulder, as what we technically call it, all the way around, in and out. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, a wrist swivel, and it's got a mitten, and it does have a trigger finger. We can work that out. It's got an ab crunch there, breaks up a bit. It's got a swivel, can do the splits forward and back beyond, you know, what we normally see, quite high. He does. There's a gap there on his waist that, you know, people have commented about. So his articulation does kind of mean that you know, that gap is there and it's not like a solid piece. So you see, he suffers. The sculpt suffers for that articulation. But you know, like I say, Goldilocks territory again. In yeah, he's got a nice deep knee bend. You can do some falling poses, and it's got a bit of a waggle there at the foot, and it can go point up a bit, not really back so much, but you know, so there's plenty of articulation there to work out on his foot. He's got nice big die-cast thighs there. I mean, it does promise. I'm not often show off boxes, but I think this guy's worth showing off because it's just, it's tiny box. They've not. A lot of companies nowadays, you put in these boxes, these massive boxes, and the figures, you know, don't occupy as much space. All the accessories need to be laid out in their own little foam cutout areas to make this big presentation box. But this is just really conservative, nice. And it promises die-cast. He's got some nice die-cast in his thighs. I just love the way it clears up. And this is just a proper box nostalgia. It's even got a text spec, and comes with a text spec reader. That's hits my jingle jangles of nostalgia. That's what these toys are about, really, isn't it? Cliffjumper's an important character to me. I've talked about when I looked at one of the Cliffjumper keyrings, so it's good to have him in this format. He comes with several weapons. He comes with a tiny pistol. I'll say tiny, it doesn't look too tiny in his hands. So it's got that traditional Masterpiece way of holding it. It holds that quite well. It comes with a slightly bigger rifle. Again, I don't know what the difference of these is. Probably they've been drawn differently in several episodes, so you know, we need to get every representation of a gun is used. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We can dual wield. Bang, bang, bang. Goes Cliffjumper. Like that. Like that. It does also come with that BFG, the bazooka that you used in the first episode of Transformers, More Than Meets the Eye. So you can hold that. As much as, you know, I have a go at all the skis and all that type of stuff, I do like him having a big gun, because it's part of his personality, I think, as well. So he has that gun. I think it could have stood to be bigger, but there we have it. Right, next up, there is several heads. So this is like a shouty head. That it pulls off like so. Let's see, which one should we put on? Just put this regular head on. So yeah, that just squeezes on. And we also have a more grumpy face. Now, what I'd say with these is that I think they've nailed the actual head sculpt, but the face sculpt is a bit, it just seems, it's just missing something. It's almost like they've done a pencil drawing, but they've not put any higher definition. They've gone, well, it kind of, that looks kind of like Cliffjumper. That we'll leave it there. We'll not go into any like finer or more defined detail in case we lose it. But we'll keep it there. And Cliffjumper, I think, is a character that in the cartoons, if you're going for cartoon accuracy, kind of inconsistent. So it is forgivable, but I just like more some bolder choices. Size comparison wise. Well, here he is with his partner in crime, Scooby-Doo. Wrong hound, or is it the right hound? Yeah, those who know. Here he is with Make Toys Gundog. So yeah, they work well together, even though they're completely different, mostly different companies. You know, Make Toys and MMC. And yeah, so all in all, he's a great figure. Really enjoyable. Lots of fun to play with. These, I think, there's no, like, I would have preferred them to, like, I was just having a little L there that you could lock these pins into place when they move. Now mine have held it up fine. They've been loose on some people's because they don't really click into place. I think what you need to do is to put them all the way down there when you're in car mode, or put them all the way down there in the car mode and get some needle nose pliers just to put in an extra bit of pressure on that pin, just to, you know, tighten it up a bit. But so mine are holding up fine at the moment. I know that if they do loosen up, I just need to get some needle nose pliers out and just tighten them up. But you know, they have been a bit of concern for some people. I can see why, and I think if they would have just had a little notch that you could have just put them into a groove to lock them into place, it would have been a lot better. The waist issue, that very thin waist, it's solid. It's, you know, it holds up. It is gappy. But you get the articulation there. Yeah, it's a trade-off, and I think, you know, I'd rather have that. And I just love the proportions, how well he just cleans up, and the just coolness of his car mode. So all in all, it's a big thumbs up from me. That's why it's this week's Transformer of the Week. Join me next week. There'll be more Transformers and more weeks. Until then, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And because we deserve it, you deserve it, let's fist bump, shall we? Fisto! Fisto!